Hello and welcome to the JTrain podcast. This is a Chit Chat Wednesday, and we are joined today by Brendan Sagalow. I love Brendan. So funny. He has a special out called Thin Lips that I just watched. It's been out for a while. I'm mad at myself for not having him on. Go watch it. It's super funny. The link to it is in the description of this episode. We talk a little bit about like going viral on the internet. Right now, as I taped it, the story about the CEO is like in the air, and maybe by this time that story will have come and gone, or maybe there's new additions to it. But I'm taping this on July 20th, and it's all people are talking about. And we kind of talk about like, what does he do next? What would you do? What would our PR advice be to the CEO who got caught cheating on his wife at the Coldplay concert? Plus, we do a bunch of would you rathers. It's just a fun conversation between two comics. So check out the episode. Enjoy. Share it maybe. Enjoy. Hello and welcome to the JTrain podcast. This is JTrain, Jared Freid, coming to you live from Bloomington, Indiana. That's right. Every Wednesday is a Chit Chat Wednesday where I sit down with a comedian, an expert, a friend. Today, I've got 2 out of 3. I don't know what he wouldn't be an expert. I mean, he's an expert comedian. He's a pro comedian, but that's the one he's a comedian and a friend, and it's been a minute since I've seen and talked to him. He has a podcast called the name of his podcast is ridiculous. Sag Daddy Da Pod. I thought it was the Sag Daddy Show, which made some sense, but it's Sag Daddy Da Pod, and you can find him on Instagram at Brendan Sagalow. Brendan Sagalow, thank you for coming on the show. How are you?
Thanks for having me, dude. How dare you criticize the name of my podcast when you go by JTrain?
That's right. But I've been here longer. I was younger.
Yeah, that's true.
When I did it. You did this
true.
As like an adult. I know. JTrain. I'm like, I sell life insurance. What should my Twitter name be? Oh, JTrain. I'm an idiot. Never thinking.
You can change it.
It kind of fit after a while. And it was a nickname I gave myself as a joke, but I would assume Sag Daddy. I guess the reason JTrain I would think of as different is it's easier to say. Sag Daddy Da Pod. How does someone tell someone they listen to Sag Daddy Da Pod? Or do they just call it,
This is one of those names, though. When I hear people say it more, it just makes me laugh.
Right. As long as you're getting happiness from it. I guess it's hard for someone to go, like a young woman to be like, I listen to the JTrain podcast. That sounds equally stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I got 6 more months of this podcast and then I'm giving up. So I'll next
podcast. Make you give up the podcast? What's going to make you push it aside? What would make you go?
I think there's going to be a day where we're going to be scheduling people to come in and scheduling the day, because I do it with a producer and all that stuff. And I'm just going to go, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I'm just going to I'm going to back out of it.
The joy is gone from it. And you say
I'm going to break up the Beatles in a fucking Disney hotel.
Right.
You know, he broke up the Beatles in the Polynesian Disney resort.
Really? Who did?
Yeah. John Lennon called their manager and was like, I don't want to do the Beatles anymore at the Polynesian resort. So,
where were they supposed to play?
I don't know.
Orlando?
I have no idea. He was just in Disney World and he was like, fuck this. Fuck the Beatles. I'm done.
I know the Beatles, of course, are huge, but I'm not like if I heard the Beatles, I go, the Beatles, and they were one of the biggest bands of all time. But like the gravity of this story probably hits a Beatles fan way harder.
Yeah. They probably know about it more too. They're probably like, well, it was in this room, 1324.
Goofy was there. Yeah.
Goofy was there. Goofy was pushing it a little too hard. I like the Beatles, and just I'm more like, I respect what they did. You know, like people that are like, I just don't get it. They're overhyped. It's like what they were doing was not happening at the time.
There's a point where something is inarguable. Like that kind of annoys me about, I wish there were internet cops, and it kind of brings me to the subject of your special because I was watching it and it's very funny.
Oh,
It's been out
thanks.
for a while. I don't know why you didn't come on this show or reach out to come on so that we could have pushed it.
I'm so weird with
Look at,
that
I'm
stuff,
blaming
dude.
you for
I
me not
know.
reaching out.
I know. Yeah.
Well, I watched it. I was like, this was almost a year ago. So it's called Thin Lips. Go watch it.
Yeah.
I watched it. It's extremely funny. It's hilarious. I laughed a ton. But
Thanks.
I was watching it and I was thinking about like, the internet, like the idea that someone would go, the Beatles are overhyped, period, and put
Yeah.
that out there. Like that's fine to say in good company with friends and your one buddy who's like a super fan Beatles guy, but
Hmm.
and you're doing it to kind of like screw with them, but also it's part of like what friends talk about. I think people are too familiar online. Like there's no like
Yeah.
to put that online. You don't even know who that's directed at. So it sounds like you actually feel that anyone with the opinion that the Beatles are great is like a little much, which is like
Right.
crazy.
There is no there's no like smart opinions that like which would be, oh well, before you even come out and go, well, the Beatles are overrated, you go, it's all subjective, it's music. It's like saying
Right.
green is overrated. You're like, well,
Right.
green's my favorite color. I was like, all right, well, it's just there should be people. This is how messed up the internet is. That really upsets me is that people could comment on our videos and be like, you're fat, you're ugly, blah, blah, blah. But then I will go to their page and I will comment. I've done this. I've commented on pictures of their babies and been like, this baby's the ugliest baby I've ever seen in my life. And then I get like demonetized or whatever. It sucks.
And then me, the guy who yells at a baby, has to deal with the consequences.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm the victim.
Right. It is. Well, this brings me to the topic that I thought of. You're literally the opening to your special is you rapping, which I know you are a talented rapper, weirdly.
I know. It's weird, right?
You're a very good rapper, which I knew. And then you do this like music video leading into your special, and anyone can go watch it. It's on YouTube. It's called Thin Lips. And it's all about how you're telling people to please be nice or you will end your own life and it will be their fault. That's the premise of the music video. And it's literally you. It's like, it reminds me of like, what's that music video that was like, you and me are nothing but mammals.
Oh, the Bloodhound Gang. Yeah.
The Bloodhound Gang talking about how they're going to have sex. Like it's the Discovery Channel. This was like in the vein of that.
Well, I've never heard somebody explain it so well, and that's exactly what it is. And I've never heard anybody be like, "So you made a video saying that you'll kill yourself if everyone's mean to you?"
Right? You have a line in it where you're like, "Please be nice." It's like, it's weird how nice you are asking them. You're like, say what you would want to say to you, and then you're like, and also, just know that I'm going to play this at my funeral where we're going to tell everyone this happened because of you. You're the reason. You're basically threatening the people to be nice to you.
Well, I'll tell you, at the time too, I was very like, I was in the comments, dude. Like I've kind of made I've just figured it out. I'm like not looking at my phone as much. But at that time I was just in the comments, and I knew putting out a special there were going to be people that would say mean things, so I just kind of wanted to it was a gamble because I was like, I could get ahead of this and be kind of funny, or I could be daring people to like just fill my comments with how much I suck and all that stuff.
It is funny, but then I watch and I can tell you're on your phone maybe too much because the first bit is just about being online. And I actually wrote this down where I was like, you say everything's a scam and you're saying that someone fell down and you're like, okay, what's the TikTok here? Like that's basically the premise of the first bit, not to give anything away, but it's been out for a year. So I think I can get away with it. But I would also say people should go watch it. It's very funny. But I have this thought about me. I'm only asking you because to me, it's a discussion because you bring up the guys that go up to you in the street and they're like, taping you, like, what are you listening to?
Yeah.
And I had one of those guys come up to me
Really?
in the West Village. I think his name is Khan or something, and he's gotten a big following now. And he really annoyed me. It really did really infuriate me, because I had the same feelings as you. As someone who's putting themselves out there on a daily basis, you want control
Yeah.
over what you put out there. And like, I was thinking, like, you're probably thinking, like, I do all of this, like the real, like, genie's wish gone wrong. I do all of this. I put out my special. I go on stage. I practice the bits. And then the thing that I find an audience for is me looking stupid because I'm helping someone get up.
Yeah. 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 Or you're like, they're monetizing off of you answering a question, and it's there's no boundaries, and everybody wants to be famous is the problem.
Right. And because this guy Khan came out to me and he just started taping. Like, he didn't even ask. And I kind of had this, like, okay. And then I felt regret. I was like, I should have sent something fun. This guy's got a huge channel. Like, I'm almost like mad I missed the opportunity. I was like, and then what really annoyed me about him coming up to me and being like, because he starts with, like, you look cool. I love your shoes. What do you do? And he's like, you got a great vibe. Like, he's in this, like, positivity space.
Yeah.
And then you go to his account, and I remember the bio said something like, I'm here to spread positivity. And I think I asked him, I go, what is this for? And he was like, spreading positivity. And I was like, no. You're doing this to make money. Like, your goal is to make money. Like, the lie bothered me more than anything else. I'm using you as the backdrop for me to make money. And then, and then I watch his videos, and he'll have, like, it'll be like Kim Cattrall or something like that. Because he's just, like, poking around the West Village, and theirs is like, yeah, I'm an actress, and they're so happy. And I'm like,
no, fuck that.
Then I become mad at myself. I'm like, why were you the misery? Like, and then I started practicing answers, because I was like, I'm going to see this guy around.
Dude, that's miserable.
How miserable is that? Because then I would be walking around the West Village. I was like, if this guy ever goes up to me, I'm going to say, I'm a chubby loser. And then I'm going to go, and then he's going to go, what does that mean? And I'm going to go, I convinced myself that what I'm eating is worth it because I worked out earlier that day. That's what I do for a living. Like, I had, like, this whole bit plan.
Right. That's
for nothing. I'm a big loser.
Funny, dude. That is so funny. I hate it. I would have been the same way as you. I don't like people doing, and you know what it is? The whole thing about the positivity and all that is it's not thought out. So he might not even be lying. He might actually think, like, this is to spend to, we've been doing stand up so long. I don't know about you, but it took me a long time to figure out, like, that, like, how to say things, and that's important, and, like, the importance of what you're talking about and what you're doing and all that stuff. Because for years you just go up and be like, blah, blah, blah. And these guys who are trying to be famous, they're all just starting from that. So he's like, yeah, it's to spread positivity, whatever. But it's like, but you're just walking up to people and asking them what they do for a living. That's not spreading positivity.
Right. And trying
it's awful.
And also, there's an actual app that pays you. Like, on TikTok, they will pay him based on the views he gets. So,
and we're not getting any of that money. You're not seeing any of that money.
Right. I don't know if, I don't know. I'm, like, split on it, because like, and maybe because we go and work and do things with the explicit intent of making money and being, and become, like, famous to me has never been my goal, but fame is part of, like, what gets me to my goal of making a living doing something I love.
Yeah.
It's a byproduct, but I have to admit to it. Like, him not admitting to that fame and notoriety get him more money to do this the rest of his life, or that he's pitching this as a TV show and this is a concept that he's working on. I don't know. I genuinely hate him. Like,
yeah, dude, I hate these people. I mean, even today, like, I saw that the kids of the CEO that got caught cheating are, like, being like, I'm trying to be an influencer now, and it's working. The daughter has 150,000 followers on TikTok.
This is the end of the world, though, because the minute you don't know what is real and what is not real is when we kind of lose ourselves in society, I think.
Right.
I heard that's not even his daughter. Like the one I saw was a woman whose account went from like her dancing to like when your dad, and they don't say that they're the daughter explicitly. They go when your dad gets caught in a cheating scandal. So it's like, it's not even like they're saying that. So it's like dancing to my dad got caught in a cheating scandal. And then I saw an article about it that was like, yeah. And then they're pushing herbal teas in the next thing. And you're like, it's not even the daughter. Like, and so you go
weird.
We're living in a Black Mirror episode. Yeah. And I was wondering, this is a question I had for you, because beginning of your special, I literally wrote, "Are you online too much?" And you were talking about, because you're talking about the commenters, and then the first bit is like talking about, this is all a scam that's trying to like get me on camera. Mm-hmm. Here's the would you rather.
Okay.
You get famous for what Haktua did, or you get famous for what the cheating husband did. You have the same background as both of them. Haktua, you're just a post-college poor guy who now can make a lot of money off of this. I describe how I blow a person. Or you have a ton of money and this kind of like changes your life, but it makes you kind of reassess things later in life and become a better person.
So I think your Wi-Fi went out for a second, but I heard the question.
Okay.
So let me just,
yeah. Or you're the billionaire who just got caught. You're the multi-millionaire CEO who just got caught.
Yeah.
So you have the ability to monetize the way you describe a blowjob, or you have to disappear, and now you're kind of on a forced hiatus from the world we know it today, which is actually not the worst thing in the world.
That actually doesn't sound so bad. I mean, if it's Brendan Sagalow, the comedian, trying to sell tickets, I would rather be, I guess, Haktua, because you can, you like we have bodies of work, I guess. So it's like if you get famous for that, people can look at your shit, even if they're like 50% of the world thought that was funny, 50% of the world didn't. They can see, oh, he's actually got some other stand-up and stuff like that. With getting caught cheating, you're in this like moral. I mean, you have to be like, dude, you have to be like, and I'm so sorry, and I'm learning. Like you have to like go with this whole thing of like, and I'm learning to be a better husband and father, and also I'll be at the Funny Bone in Albany on blah 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 blah. Like,
what do you do? What do you do if you're him? What's your move?
Dude, he should have never fucking ducked in the first place.
Well, that's not, what I mean? No, I don't think that's even a suggestion.
Right. Okay. So what is he doing now?
The natural reaction is to duck, and he did it in a fun-loving kind of way. Like if you watch it, what he did is the only thing anyone would do. You have your arms prom pose style around a woman that's not your wife.
Yeah.
You get put on the kiss cam. Your body's natural reaction is to jump out of the way.
Right.
Then you hope that only the people in the stadium saw this, and no one in the stadium knows your wife. I don't even think TikTok would have crossed his mind until it went up on TikTok.
I know. And even if he did just chill, if he was like, well, chill. They don't know we're cheating. Somebody is going to go, that's the CEO of fucking Atmosphere, and he's got a wife, and that ain't his wife. So someone, it's coming out anyway.
Crowd, and it's also Boston. Like, it's not New York City where everyone's coming from different places. Like, someone there knows him.
Right. So what do you do if you're him now?
What's your move now if you're him?
I think
it's even crazier because the fact that this podcast, we are one of a billion podcasts using him as fodder. Like, I understand. Like, I think the people who took pleasure out of the story are gross in a different way. Like, it kind
Yeah.
of drudged out all of the grossies. Like,
Yeah.
even the woman who taped it, like, I don't blame her for posting the video. It's a funny video. I blame her when her like response was literally to go, well, play bad games, get bad prizes. Like, she kind of took a high horse. It's like, yeah, how about you back away and you go, I'm sorry for everyone involved. Like,
Right.
that's an okay
Right.
response. You don't have to like act like you were better than the person
Yeah.
who did this. But what do you do now if you're him?
I think you rent a cabana somewhere on the beach and you desperately try not to kill yourself and hope by the time you're, because your wife isn't gonna like, I mean, you want to say to your wife, like, hey, I know I did some fucked up shit. That's bad. Like, that was bad. I'm so sorry. But this is like publicly, I need to go away. And I pray to God that you have any still love in your heart for me, that you understand this, but that's not going to happen. Your kids hate you. Your wife hates you. The world
Right.
thinks you're a scumbag. You
Right, you're
have to go
untouchable.
away.
You are untouchable by friends, family. I actually think, okay, so if I was him, you ready?
Yeah.
I'm getting a divorce. This starts the divorce proceedings. The marriage is over.
Right.
You can't hang on to this. You give her whatever she wants. You're going to lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
But you're a pretty well-to-do guy. But you get to like let's start over. If I'm him, I'm trying to start over as quickly as humanly possible. I take a leave of absence from work. I hope that work lets me come back, but I do a voluntary, hey, we're going to take a leave of absence.
Right.
Okay. I go to my wife. Let's start the divorce today. I can't take back what was done. I don't think there's anything to get back in this marriage. I think we're going to be climbing up Mount Everest for the rest of our lives. You tell me the terms of the divorce, and it's going to go pretty smoothly for you. You're going to do well.
Right.
To the kids, I would go, how do you guys want to work this out? Do we want to, I'm going to be a present dad. So I'm going to move nearby. I'll move to a house nearby. I'm going to be number one dad. Dad is number one above all else. I try to get in their good favor. Then I volunteer at a local, I volunteer
This
with
is
a
getting
local,
crazy now.
He's from New England, okay? So I volunteer with a Catholic school hockey team where I take over as one of the coaches.
Okay.
I then do Gordon Bombay. I do the Mighty Ducks. You gotta Mighty Ducks this.
Yeah, that's
Small
great.
New England town, Catholic school. You're the new coach. Are you the guy that got caught cheating on his wife? We all make mistakes, man. I'm paying for it every day. And you live in this like 1-bedroom house in the woods in like Marblehead, Massachusetts, or like Western Mass, Amherst.
Right.
And you earn your way back while also being number one dad. So all you do is dad and hockey. I think you got to Mighty Ducks this.
I think that is I don't think there's a better idea than that, to be honest.
Right.
I think that's the best idea. I personally would be just desperately trying to like stay up because I can fall into that black hole really easily. Like everything that you were saying, I would try to do, but I would have like a flask in my pocket. Like I'd be going like this every once in a while, like just
a little sip.
Putting it back. Yeah.
I just think that you have to reserve yourself to modesty. You have to kind of like prefer a priest's life, like a life like a priest.
Yeah. You're done.
You're done. You're not a public guy anymore. And then I think that's it.
Yeah.
Like, and you do.
You're Walter, I'm wearing a Breaking Bad shirt, so it feels like I'm obsessed, but it really does is like you're Walter White right at the end when he got away, but he needs to come back. You know what I mean? Like you're like, I gotta just grow out a beard and just get everything set and then live in a cabin for the rest of my life.
The problem is I think for a man too, when you cheat, the husbands that you've hung out with, they're gone. Like, they can't go near you.
Yeah.
You're just untouchable.
Yeah.
It's a story that's so fascinating and makes me sad. And I don't know. And everyone on earth knows about it. And that's kind of the trickery of being online too much. Because I was thinking, like, the idea of like, hey, we all know that story, right? No, we don't.
Right.
We
Right.
all know this story. That doesn't mean we know the next story. And I think this type of story makes you believe, oh, we're all online. No,
Yeah.
this went to a different level.
Right. And you also see, because, the internet is so anonymous, that like all these people, you just see like the worst of people, because they're like, they feel, they're like, whatever, I'm going to say whatever I want. Like, you're not going to catch me. So they're like, yeah, let him cheat, whatever. Like, so that's the problem with the internet too, is like, you really see the sludge of humanity.
It's people who have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Those people get a mic, and it's like, there's nothing worse than someone with a mic who cannot bomb.
Right. Right. And then people agree with them. Like, I always make the mistake of going to the comments hoping that every comment is going to be like, this is not the right thing. The right thing is this, and blah, blah, blah. And it's just like people being like awful. But I also believe in a dead internet theory. You know about this? The dead internet theory is that 70% of the internet, the active internet, are all bots. It's not real.
I have a theory about the internet similarly, where I think the people who succeed the most on the internet are people who realize that nothing matters. Like the way we are acting on the internet, if you're going and yelling at a guy's baby because you're mad about what he commented,
yeah.
so then you're probably a lot like me, where we act like, you ever watch someone with like a VR headset and they're on like a balancing beam above 30 stories in the air?
Yeah.
You ever watch those videos of those people like freaking out? They're like, whoa, but they're really in like a conference room at a Hyatt.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The trick to the internet is realizing we're all wearing the VR headset. So no, there's carpet all around us. There's no mistake you can make. There's no mistake I can make.
Yeah.
Like if you think of it that way, because the people who are the most successful don't seem to care. Like, look at an example, a guy both of us know, Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis is like number one example of that, because he does the ESPYs, and every article is written about how it was racially insensitive, and and he got no laughs and it didn't do well. And then every response to that article that I saw was, no one gets comedy and they all hate on him and it's like, both of those sides don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because everyone's going to the show. Well, I don't know. I heard some stuff happen, but he's funny to me. That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's what in this year, I've been like, I've learned exactly that. None of this matters. Just stay away from the internet. Post what you got to post and walk the fuck away.
Also, believe in it. I think that's the one thing. If you don't believe in it, it's not worth even posting. That's why I find that guy going around the West Village. Well, what are you wearing? You look beautiful today. Tell me about your dreams. I don't believe that he cares about that.
Right. Yeah. He's just trying to monetize. He's trying to get famous. But it's like, where are you going to go with this? Do you see a television show about this or something like that?
It doesn't even matter. If you're making, if you get this TikTok, the payment from TikTok is not a bad payment. Like, it's actually crazy how much people are making from, like, if they have like 1 million followers on there, they got to be making $4,000 a month at a minimum.
That's crazy, bro.
I'm just saying, all right, I want to play a game with you. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
We're going to play a game. We're here with Brendan Sagalow. Go follow. The podcast is called Sag Daddy Da Pod, and his special is called Thin Lips. So go ahead. Okay. Let's do some Would You Rathers. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Shirt that doesn't fit or underwear that doesn't fit for a week?
Underwear that doesn't fit. I'm a fat guy, dude. I can't have a shirt that doesn't fit. You know what I mean? Is it too big? I like too big. Or is it too tight?
That's the chance you got to take. I guess I would go too tight on both. Too tight underwear.
Yeah.
You have a shirt that's a little too tight, or underwear that's a little too tight, you have to wear it for a week?
Underwear, no question, underwear. I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm with
I
you.
can't. I'm cool with my balls feeling weird and all that stuff. I can't be. I can't feel not confident. You know.
I agree with you, but after a week, I will tell you that bad fitting underwear will put you in a bad mood. Like you're going to be a less likable person for that week.
Yeah, I mean, an ill-fitting T-shirt is not only am I going to be a bad mood, but I'm going to be that guy that's going like this all the time,
Tugging at it.
tugging at it, making
Yeah.
sure it's
One right.
feeling it around my belly.
Listen, nothing worse. I once saw Sean Donnelly on stage and he was in a shirt and it looked really good on him, but he kept tugging on it on stage.
Oof,
And I go,
oof.
Sean, and Sean's hilarious. He's awesome. I go, Sean, I went up to him like a fairy godmother. I go, I know you don't like how that shirt fits, but it looks great. Stick with it. And he goes,
Okay.
and he goes, dude, I was just thinking about the shirt. He knew it was like I was inside his head.
Dude. Also, with a tight-fitting shirt, and if you're a comic, this sucks all the time where I'll be like, I'll feel my belly going under it, like it being exposed under the shirt. If it's too short, and especially if it's too tight, I can feel that I have a belly, so I have to like be really stiff. And it just wouldn't work out for me.
A shirt that fits well, but it's too short and you're self-conscious about it, or a shirt that doesn't fit as well, but you know it's a little too long.
A shirt that doesn't fit as well and it's a little too long.
I'm against it. No. I like a shirt.
I can't have my stomach.
And I'm not. Listen, if it's too short to one person, that would ruin my night. But I would stick with it.
Yeah, but your body you've got the cum gutters. You've got the you've got like the V, don't you?
Guys with weight problems think I don't have weight problems and think of me in a different way. You have body dysmorphia from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. You've got like the genie from Aladdin's body.
Okay. Would you rather bad lunch or bad dinner?
Bad lunch. Bad lunch. Because then you could save it with a good dinner.
Right.
If you have a bad dinner, you're like, now I just have to go to sleep.
Yeah, that's very
fuck
depressing.
this.
You're right.
There's rarely things I'm looking forward to during my day and my life. And so a good dinner is something I look forward to, feeling that, ooh, that was good.
That's the correct answer. Fart on a plane and everyone knows it's you, or you're next to someone who keeps farting.
Fart on a plane and everybody knows it's me. I don't give a fuck.
It's your fart. It's your fart. It's your smell. That may as well be a good dinner smell.
Yeah, I mean, I do that. I do that now. Like I'll fart and I know that they know that it's me and that they smell it. And, it is what it is.
Come quick or can't come?
Come quick.
We're on two different sides of this one.
Why?
I'd rather can't come.
You want to pleasure whoever you're having sex with?
I wouldn't be. I don't want to have to go through the apologies. I would rather have impressed someone and come later.
As somebody who has come quick for about 15 years,
yeah,
I there are no more apologies. Like this is a.
Well, you have a girlfriend. This is the words of a girlfriend guy.
That's true. That's true. But I also, I do my due diligence before, getting to that.
Listen, I'm with you.
That moment.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying I'm not, but there is something to like. You meet, you bring them home. It's like, oh my God, we're going to do this one night stand thing. And you're like, oh man, I guess this was all an act the whole night.
Well, yeah, but I'm allowed to
trick you.
Now, am I allowed to be like, do my thing where I'm like, no, well, hold on. We gotta like, am I allowed, or is it just like
you're allowed to go again.
I'm doomed to just come fast.
No, this is just a one-time thing. You got the choice between the two.
Because I'll say like, whoa, about to don't.
Yeah,
like,
that doesn't. Like, no. That you're coming quick. There's no like, whoa. That's crazy. Okay. You have to live in this place forever. You can't leave the borders. New Jersey or Norway.
I've never been to Norway, but I assume Norway is really nice.
Beautiful, dark for half the year.
Oh, and then it's light for half the year?
I think so,
Oh,
ish.
New
But New
Jersey.
Jersey.
New Jersey's fine. New Jersey, you don't have a fucking there's no tax on there's no what's that called? No sales tax in New
Okay.
Jersey. It's very close to the city, so you can
That's
look
the
at the city.
That's the two saddest answers for New Jersey to take. Like
You have
if
Six
the
Flags.
first
Oh no,
thing
it's
is
Pennsylvania.
if the first thing you bring up about a place is the tax situation, I don't know. I'd rather be in Norway, live in the fjord or some shit.
Yeah, but then you have to have fucking blackout curtains all the time, and your sleep's all fucked
Yeah.
up.
I've been there. It was great. Very expensive country. But it
Oh,
was definitely
yeah.
great. Well,
How's the taxing? How's the sales tax?
it was expensive, so it must have some taxes. Well, Brendan Sagalow, thank you for coming on Chit Chat
Thanks
Wednesday.
for
Everyone
having
go
me.
follow Brendan at Brendan Sagalow. Thin Lips is the special, and the podcast is Sag Daddy DePod. Sag Daddy DePod. I think
Yes.
it should be Sag Daddy DePod God.
Well, if you really want to know where the name
I know where it
comes
comes from.
from,
It's Sag Dad. It's the God. I know.
yeah,
So it's a take after
my
what's his
rap
name?
name is Sag Daddy Da God. Um,
Oh,
so I I called my podcast Sag Daddy Da Pod.
but so it's not about Charlemagne the God.
No, no. I mean, there's
Okay.
Charlemagne the God. There's who's the Wu-Tang member? God damn it. He's also the God.
I met Wu-Tang.
Really? You met all of them?
So I went. I met two of them. I did shows, and it was at Mohegan Sun, and it's like the Thursday show. There's like 30 people there, and then I get off stage and like do pictures with whoever wants to take them. And these two
Yeah.
older black men come up to me and they're like, "Hey man, we loved that show." And I'm like, "Thank you." And I don't know rap well, and it was like Uncle someone, like the uncle who's like in charge.
Whoa,
So
dude.
the Wu-Tang Uncle
Yeah.
something. So they were so nice, and they were like, "Do you want to sit in the friends and family section at our concert tomorrow night? We're in the stadium."
Dude,
And
that is
I
so sick.
and I go, "I would love to." And I was with my girlfriend at the time, and her and I went, and we had tickets put away, and we like literally walked into the family section, and everyone was like, it was like music screech, like who are these people? Like I looked like I was management showing up, and
Yeah.
it was an
Dude,
awesome time. I had a
that
great time.
rules.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, and
That
I think I got their
rules,
number.
bro.
I have like one of the guys' numbers. And I didn't know, like, again,
Wow.
like, because I'm not a music guy in the same way the Beatles, like, I didn't have the appreciation,
Dude, you saw like legends.
legends. And I
Yeah.
think, what's his name? Who's the big Method Man? Like, he
Yeah.
came the next night. So these guys were there kind of like getting things ready. But
Wow,
I loved
dude.
watching them because they had a bar on stage, and like, they're just like, it looked like a hangout in a basement in the suburbs, like
Yeah.
the stage thing.
Dude, that is so cool. I want to see them, but I don't think they're ever going to perform again. I think they did their last show in New York. And
Really? I missed
your
that.
Wi-Fi went out. But
I missed that whole story. So
I just didn't see them. They were in New York. I just didn't see them. That's the story.
Brendan Sagalow, go follow, go watch the special. Back next week. Boom.